Green Live. We have NFL tonight. We have playoff baseball, Yankees and the Guardians, and then we have 3 NHL games as well. I'm here with Ethan. Going through, I believe today a lot of people had off for work as well. Formerly known as Christopher Columbus Day, I believe it is now Indigenous People Day because our country is a joke. But we had some morning NHL today. So I did dabble in some NHL bets, lost almost every single one. So that was a little disgraceful, but we do have 3 more NHL games tonight. I'm probably going to stay away, but I know Ethan probably will have a couple plays out there. And then again, we have a big ALCS matchup today. Yankees and the Guardians kicking off here in about an hour. And then, of course, Monday Night Football, Bills, Jets, the Aaron Rodgers rematch of the Achilles injury that happened last year. Same team, same stadium, same matchup. Also, Jets just firing of their coach. So big game there with a lot of different storylines as we close off week 6 of the NFL. I'm here with Ethan. Ethan, I know me and you have had our struggles this weekend. It's if you guys are unaware, the public destroyed the NFL yesterday. Absolutely destroyed it. And a lot of what me and Ethan do is, unfortunately, we like to fade the public. We like to take the ugly bets. Public always likes that clear and obvious bets. So unfortunately, I know I did. I got slaughtered a little bit yesterday. Got really lucky on some lottery pick or some big prop plays there. But yeah, Ethan, how are you doing? Did you recover from yesterday? And again, I sucked at college football too. Did you recover from yesterday's damage?
Yeah, for starters, mentioned it on the live yesterday morning that one of the guys I listened to says public in October fares pretty well. So luckily for me, I was pretty cautious this weekend, college and pro. I lost both, but the cautious approach, luckily I lost, let's see here, less than 2 units in both, respectively. So overall, about 5 unit loss on the weekend, but it just felt way worse than that. I mean, my confidence was gone. Every bet I placed didn't feel good. I wish I would have tweeted this out, but I'm just so superstitious that I didn't want to. I tweeted out NC State Saturday as a 2 unit play. It lost. Every time that I tweet out how many units I have on it, it seems to lose. So I did have 3 units on the Chargers. I just tweeted out as that was a play. I didn't put the units next to it. So um, I don't know. We talked about it on multiple shows how much we like the Chargers. So it was out there, but yeah, I'm too superstitious for my own good sometimes. So did not put the units by it, but that did kind of save my day yesterday. Chargers being the biggest play by far that I had. So, but yeah, just need to get the confidence back. It hasn't even been that bad of a weekend. I was on a tear last week. Really, the last month has been pretty good for me. But there you go. There's that run for you.
Yeah. I was just gonna say with your tweet thing, I tweeted out all my NHL plays this morning. Literally, I think I went 1 for 6 or 1 for 5. Had two unit plays in the MLB game. Did not tweet them out because I'm like I can't embarrass myself like this anymore. Both plays just hit with the over just hitting now 6-3. I had the over of 8 in this Yankees or in this Dodgers game, and I did have Mets team total for the first 5, which hit in the second inning. So, of course, when I don't tweet anything out, I think I'm right there with you on the superstitious or just it's just bad luck. I don't know. I don't know what happens, but whenever I tweet something out, at least recently it loses. So sorry that you guys missed out on 5 units there that I just won. But I mean, I guess I'm staying true to the worst bets name. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, huge. There was an error there, and then that easily could have been stopped by Alonso. I don't know how that got through, but yeah, the over was pretty gross. It's pretty public out there. But yeah, I guess I shouldn't tweet out any other plays. Good thing I haven't tweeted out NFL yet, but I will. But yeah, do you want to? I'll quickly touch on my weekend as well. Record wise, terrible. Like 33% on the record wise. But I think it ended up like minus like 2.1 units or something. But I think my record was, I think it might have been like 10-30, like something crazy. It might have even been 25%. I literally hit a couple really big plays. My big plays hit. All my other plays lost. So Again, not a sustainable strategy or a sustainable path that I'm on in the betting world. Need to regain my confidence. I know me and you were on here live yesterday with a little salty from the college football as and looking forward to the NFL. And then now, after getting wrecked in the NFL, still a little salty. But yeah, maybe we need to turn around a little bit here. So yeah, did you want to start us off with what sport you want to start us off with?
Yeah, let's just do a quick dive into the NHL. I have to say though, we were salty yesterday. We were kind of in bad moods, but we felt it coming, and it was
Yeah.
warranted. I mean,
Yep.
it was everything we felt coming on happened. Also, I did have a little hissy fit on Twitter just for Chase Brown to score that touchdown last night, which, again,
That
I feel
was
when I tweeted out, it hits. Like, it's
yeah.
just one of those weird things. I feel like the second I complain, good shit starts happening. I complained about the London game. I checked the box. I literally turned the game off, checked the box score 2 minutes later. Jags with an interception. So it just, I don't know. Do I give up too early? Yes. Am I superstitious? Yes.
I lost every single bet last night on Sunday Night Football, but I was going to add the Giants, and the Giants were covering the entire game, like you mentioned that the Bengals were going to get it done. Then the Chase Brown touchdown. Thank God I stayed off the Giants because that would have been the icing of the cake to just really piss me off. I mean, any other experienced running back is going down there, but not Chase, not the second year Chase Young. He was
Yeah.
getting in the end zone there. So thankfully I didn't. I don't know if I could say the same if I had money on the Giants. I'm pretty sure he would have. Oh, actually no. It went exactly how it would have been if I had money on the Giants. So I'm glad I
Yeah.
stayed off that one. I was on the wrong running back, Zach Moss. He fumbled in the third, and they benched him the rest of the game. So that was a mistake. My player props have been miserable, but yeah. So NHL. Sorry, I went on a little rant there. NHL,
Yeah,
I'm
just
seeing.
quick.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Touching
You're
on
good.
that one more time. I did fade myself and was on Cincinnati. I think I gave out the Giants in our big three. So actually, I did like the Giants quite a bit, but I texted you. I think said I'm going to fade myself, going with the Bengals there. So I'm glad that it's so typical to fade yourself and then that play ends up losing too. So whatever. Finally got a really lucky one to go my way.
Yeah, that was a good one. You needed that one, and I did. My big play of the weekend was Sam Laporta touchdown. He had one catch for 52 yards and a touchdown. I got extremely lucky. It was a trick play. Literally, his only, I think, maybe his only target in the entire game was a 52-yard touchdown, double hook and ladder or double flea flicker play. Could have gone a lot worse yesterday. I did get lucky. Going into the NHL. Sorry, we have 3 games tonight. Our Red Wings are at the Rangers. We have the Penguins at the Canadians. Islanders at the Avalanche. I'm seeing everyone and their brothers on the Rangers. I'm not quite sure why the line is so high. Red Wings are starting Lyon, who I think is our best goaltender. It's his first start of the year. So that line's a little suspicious there. I've seen a lot of people on the Canadians as an underdog today, which I don't know how I feel. And then everyone's on the Avalanche from what I'm seeing as the nightcap heavy favorite. But what do you like tonight?
Yeah, so I kind of agree with the Rangers. That's a tough one to play though. If I did play, I'd look to get an over in or some sort of first period, potentially puck line play on the Rangers. But I don't think I'm going to play that game. Yeah, like you said, Lion and net. Third game of the year for the Wings, third different starting goalie. So that's um, fairly interesting there. Huso started game one. He is now playing for the Grand Rapids Griffins after how miserable he was. Legit, he got assigned to Grand Rapids today, so I'll probably go watch him this weekend. Um, then they got the shutout, put Cam Talbot in net because they pulled Huso game one. Cam Talbot in, he did it a little bit better, not great. Got the shutout last game, and now they have Lyon going. So um, I'm probably staying off because it is Lyon. Just not sure what we're going to get from him. But the defensive core for Detroit is pretty shaky. Shesterkin in net for the Rangers. So I think the Rangers kind of get going quickly and hard and quick today. They are off a 5-6 overtime loss to Utah, who is shockingly 3-0. But yeah, I think they're just going to come out hungry at home today. And yeah, the defensive core for Detroit is just pretty shaky. So I don't think I'm going to play that game. I would also look for the Canadians game too. Also, don't think I'll play that one, but just trying to sell the Penguins early. I think they're going to be a pretty bad team this year. They still have Malkin and Crosby, which gives them a lot of respect in the betting market, but obviously those guys are as old as it gets in the NHL nowadays. So I think they just lack a lot of depth, and those guys aren't nearly as good as what their names indicate they should be. So I would look for the Canadians at home. As an underdog. The play I'll probably end up making is super gross. I like the under Islanders and Avalanche. The Islanders have already had a 4-5 overtime game. Their second one was 0-3. The Avs 2 games put up 4 goals in each of them, lost both of them 4-8 and 4-6.
Jeez.
So super disgusting to look at the under here. Um, but really, my reasoning, I think the Avs are the better team. Like you said, the public is all over the Avs. I think the Avs probably win. And I think their approach to this one is we don't want to get in a shootout here. We got to strengthen up defensively and kind of shut it down on the back end. We should be scoring 4 goals and winning games, not scoring 4 and losing. Um, so I think they're going to tighten up defensively. Sorokin is in net for the Islanders, who's one of my favorite under goalies to bet. It is his first start of the year. I know last year he was a bit more of an over goalie than what I would have liked. Georgiev is in net for the Avs, who hasn't had a great start to the year. Like I said, giving up 6 and 8. He was in one of those games. I'm not exactly sure which one. Um, yeah, I think the Avs are better. I think they are going to want to tighten up defensively here and yeah, just ultimately play a different style of hockey because the shootout has not been working for them. So I would look for the under in that game with Sorokin and Georgiev in that.
Yeah, I will say, and if you guys follow Ethan's Twitter at all, he has tweeted. We've both been on a couple unders this year. Most recently, the one just finished with 15 goals. So I think you're due to
It's
finally hit it
also
under.
was on that Avalanche Golden Knights 4-8 under as
Okay.
well. So
There's
yeah,
another
yeah,
one that I remember me and you were both on, and it was also
it was
pretty
over
high
right
scoring.
away.
Yeah.
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 I will have to say I'm 2-6 to start out the NHL season, so take those plays how you will. But I always start bad. I always start awful in hockey. Usually it comes around to be a positive year, but yeah,
Yeah, I might get involved on maybe a little tiny parlay for the night games. There's three of them. Could easily make a little three teamer there. Probably not because I can't hit the broadside of a barn. But um, yeah, follow along for some NHL plays. We will have an NHL show. Not sure quite when that's coming out, but we do want to get involved a little bit on the NHL because I know me and you definitely do enjoy it, especially once football season kind of winds down. Yeah, I honestly prefer watching it and betting it more than the NBA. So stay tuned for possibly we have a show out there called 5 Minute Wager and NHL Bet. So stay tuned for that coming out. Somewhat soon. We do have another baseball playoff game tonight. We have the Guardians at the Yankees. This is at 7:38 Eastern time, so in about an hour here. Yankees are a minus 175 favorite over under 7.5. Yankees have Rodon on the mound, and Guardians are rocking with Alex Cobb. You gonna get involved on this game?
I think I might. Yeah, I'm already kicking myself for leaving that Mets first 5 over team total off the board today. So I don't want to say I'm chasing. Opposite of NHL, I am 7-2 in the MLB playoffs, so seeing it pretty well. Um, the two plays I like here, I like the first 5 under. I think it's at 4.5. I also like the Nerfy. I'm probably just going to get involved in the Nerfy. Um, just hope to get in, get out, quick win, and move on with the night. But yeah, basically, I mean, I don't want to get involved full game because the Guardians used every pitcher they had in their bullpen, it seemed like, just 2 days ago to beat the Tigers. So I don't really trust that they're going to be able to close this one out. I think the Yankees probably end up winning if you want to lay the minus 166 on DraftKings. Shop around. I'm sure it's somewhere around minus 160, but if you want to lay the juice, I think it's okay. Um, yeah, I think Cobb is going to go extended time here. Um, he's a veteran pitcher, 37 years old, barely pitched this year, but did have one outing against the Tigers. So I think we'll see him go a little bit deeper, maybe a little more confidence here, and I think he'll pitch pretty well in this one. Rodon for the Yankees. Um, Obviously, it's scary playing a Nerfy with Judge and company up early in that lineup, but I just think it's the right side. I also, when there's two games on, this first game 6-3, it's going over.
Yep.
Um, it just kind of feels like one goes low, one goes high. So yeah, it's kind of just a gut play, which doesn't sound the best when I'm trying to get people to play what I'm saying, but it's been working for me in baseball. A lot of these baseball plays have been gut plays. The Mets over 1.5 first five was just a gut feeling, and that was easy. So yeah, I think I'll end up just being on the Nerfy, but I think under first half is probably a good play, and Nerfy Yankees probably a good play.
Yeah, I just had a same game parlay that I made. What did I have? I just tweeted it out. I have the under, I have the Yankees on the money line, and I have Judge to record a hit. And that's my little same game parlay for the baseball game. It's plus 430 or 429. Reason behind that, I do think the Yankees win it. Guardians had to go to a game 5 against the Tigers. Again, like Ethan said, had to play pretty much everyone. It was an emotional win. It was a comeback. They had to, not the game, but the comeback in the series. They faced elimination in game 4, won that game, then obviously faced elimination in game 5 and won that game. Yankees have been off since October 10th, which I believe is Thursday. Thursday. So Yankees have had a couple of days of rest. I think the Yankees are the better team here. I think the Yankees have the pitching advantage as well. So I like the Yankees on the money line. I like the under for a lot of reasons, but again, people seeing a 9-inning or a 9-run game right now. People are also seeing the Yankees with their obviously lineup. Everyone's always all over on the Yankees overs. So I like the under. I think Cleveland's going to start off really slow. And then Judge get a hit. He's kind of had a cold off season, or sorry, postseason. I know it's a little square there. Honestly, well, the Yankees is square and Judge to get a hit square, but it's minus 156. It's either going to be a double or a homer, or he's going to have 0 hits and 4 walks. But I think it's doable. It's plus 430. But if you want a straight bet, I would say probably the under would be my favorite straight bet for the value. Yankees money line is going to get a little juicy up there, but I do think the Yankees win game 1 of this. Just too much of an emotional hangover, in my opinion, for the guards. They've had to put on a lot of effort to beat those those gritty Tigers. So yeah, I think the Yankees is to play at home. We'll see what happens. You have
I
anything?
will say, piggybacking that, if the Yankees win this game, I think the Guardians might be worth a look to win the series, if not the World Series. Um, yeah, maybe just the series, but they'll probably be like 5-1, or maybe 4-1 to come back and win that. So I think it's worth a look. I think they ultimately do pull it out, but I'd wait until after game 1.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, obviously, everyone wants, or I don't really know what everyone wants. I feel like the betting market wants, or the betting public wants Dodgers Yankees. They're going to bet on those two teams every single game.
Oh
I
yeah,
think the America wants the underdog usually, and I think the Guardians are probably the underdog. The Mets are a pretty good story right now too, though. So Mets and Guardians are probably everyone's choice to win, but the betting public is going to be all over the Yankees and the Dodgers throughout the entirety of the play or the rest of the playoffs, at least in the championship series. So yeah, that's again starting in an hour here is baseball, and then we get into our Monday night game. Bills, Jets line has moved from around a 2.5 to 3 point Bills favorite all the way down to -1. I am seeing the Bills as the very, very public team here. Again, I don't know if that means anything because the public destroyed week 6. Saw like a tweet or one of the guys I follow or we follow bets that received 60% of or games that received 60% teams that received 60% of the bets went 7-0 against the spread. Just absolutely destroyed Vegas. Last night was probably the icing on the cake with the again like we mentioned the Chase Brown touchdown to let the Bengals cover. So I would say the sharp play is the Jets, but with this with how it's going, I wouldn't be upset with you if any of you guys took the Bills. But I'm on the Jets. I think the Jets get it done. I like the spot for them. No Salah, he's out of there. We already saw some turmoil there with Aaron Rodgers. So I think they're really going to rally behind the team. They don't really have a coach to rally behind anymore. I don't know much about the DC, but I think the Jets get it done. I think they win it outright. I also have a bet on the under. Then I have a couple touchdown props that I don't love since I am pretty high on the under, but someone's got to score. So I've sprinkled a couple touchdown props. But what do you like in regards to game lines?
Yeah, I think road favorites were 8-0 yesterday
Yep,
as well.
road favorites are 8 and
Um,
0.
yeah, or maybe this weekend, including the Niners 8-0 against the spread.
Yep.
Overs were insane. I think 9 overs hit out of like what is that 13 games. So yeah, public feasted this week. I know the sportsbooks got absolutely destroyed. Um, so really, all things considered, the fact that I only lost like not even 2 full units, I'd probably count that as a win.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I lean the Jets as well, but I don't think I'm gonna bet it. Like we've been saying, the confidence is just low. I think I kind of got lucky to squeak out yesterday with only losing like a unit and a half or whatever I lost, unit 1 point, whatever it was. Um, and I did get lucky on that Bengals cover. Otherwise, it would have been close to a 3 unit loss. So I think I'm just going to sit out the side on this one. I do strongly in the Jets. At 2.5, I would have looked to tease them into a team next week. But I do want to get through the 8 there. I don't think 7.5 is quite good enough for me to get involved on the teaser. But really, my biggest hesitancy here is I think betting the Jets is just hoping that Aaron Rodgers is still competent, and I just don't fully know if he is. I think he is, but what we've seen this year from him has not shown me that he is. So I don't know. I watched him in that London game. I mean, I just wanted to rip my eyeballs out. It was more frustrating than watching the Jags, and that game sucked too. So yeah, I just don't know if I want to put myself through that tonight. I think I'm just gonna get out of Dodge with um, a short loser of a week. Really, if you include Thursday night, I basically broke even. So might just pass on this game altogether. I do have some props that I like, but as far as side and total, I'm right there with you on the leans, under, and the Jets. But don't think I'm gonna be putting any money on it.
Yeah, again, I have the under, but I have way too many touchdown props too. So I'm kind of hoping for a high scoring game. If the under loses, whatever. But I do think the under is sharp. And again, two touchdowns from each team. You're still under the 41. So I would just have to hit my touchdown scores exactly to hit a clean sweep. But I'll go quickly over a couple of the props. So like again, a lot of touchdown scores. I'll go my favorite on the Bills is Josh Allen to score tonight. I think you're getting really good value there. I got it at plus 140. You might be able to find that a little higher out there, but you got James Cook, who's a little beat up. I think he's playing. I hope he's playing it for my fantasy team, but he has a toe injury. Don't know how much he's going to be involved. He's a very versatile back, too. So if he can't be as agile, I think that could really limit his touches and his effectiveness. So I like Josh Allen to kind of take control of this game and get a score. And I also have a sprinkle on what's his name, Mac Hollins, to score a touchdown at plus 600. I know Shakir is back as well, I believe, but he's also a little beaten up. Mac Hollins, besides Kincaid, is the second or the third highest targeted receiver on that Bills team. Again, Keon Coleman is either a 40-yard one catch and a touchdown, or he's nothing. Mac Hollins is a slant guy, maybe some screens out there. Potentially good for a goal line slant or swing pass. So he's at plus 600. I have him. And then for the Jets, very high on Tyler Conklin tonight. He is severely targeted in this Jets offense, especially recently. Let me get my notes real quick. I believe his last 3 games, he has had I think 8 targets, 6 targets, and 7 targets in his last 3 games. So he's really becoming targeted by Rodgers. He hasn't had a touchdown in over a year, which does scare me a little bit. But I do think he's going to get pretty involved. He already is involved, but I think he could be involved on the goal line here as well. So I like him to score at any time at plus 400. And then he is my sprinkle for the first touchdown scorer at plus 2,000. Again, don't put anything big on that, but I do enjoy these standalone primetime games. for the first touchdown score there. So I do have Conklin to score. And that's kind of what I got. Again, I'm pretty high on the under. So it's kind of crazy that I have all these touchdown score props, but someone has to score, and hopefully it's those guys.
Yeah, I like Conklin. It's hilarious that you say uh, Keon is good for 140 and one because I literally, as we speak, before we got on the show, I have a parlay sitting here. Keon Coleman, anytime touchdown, 40 plus yards, under 2.5 catches. Um, plus 1700. I mentioned it half joking on intentional lounging, but it's kind of true. I mean, that's just what he is. So, am I gonna press submit on that? Probably not. But I do like Keon 40 plus. You can get it plus money, regardless if he scores or not. Regardless he has one catch or 12. I think 40 plus yards is a good bet for him. He's hit it 3 out of 5, I think, so far this year. 2 of which were on single catches. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's a little scary because the volume's just not there. But you mentioned Shakir being beat up, um, and Shakir is probably going to be out there, probably going to attract Sauce Gardner. So I think Keon's going to get some nice looks tonight. Um, and then you're familiar with this. If people have listened, they probably are too. But I would be more sick if Dawson Knox scores the first touchdown tonight, not betting it, than I would losing if I do bet it. So I will be on Dawson Knox first touchdown. That guy's made me
I love it.
multiple hundreds of dollars on first touchdown scores. I have to bet him every primetime game for the Bills. I just have to. I know he barely plays anymore. Um, I don't even know if he has a catch this year. Yeah, he has a couple.
He has a couple, yeah.
But I would just be more mad if I didn't bet that and he scored first than if I lose a couple of bucks. So I'll sprinkle him.
I think we hit on Knox. I know I hit on him multiple times for first touchdown last year. I think it was at least twice. I don't think it was three, but I definitely hit him twice last year for first touchdown score.
Yeah, I can't remember for sure. I know I hit him 2 years ago in the postseason against Miami, and he was 25 to 1. I think I did hit him at least once last year. Um, I hit him in the postseason against New England 3 years ago. I hit him on Thanksgiving against the Saints multiple years ago, which I made a lot of money that night on that game. Yeah, he's just my boy. He's hit so many times for me. So
Yeah, I love the value on first touchdown scores on tight ends. It's phenomenal value, and you forget it's hopefully if it's at least if it's a big chunk play, you're probably not getting a tight end to score a first touchdown. But all those goal lines, the play action pass now that all they do there and then play action, and then a lot of these tight ends can play in the slot. You got them out there on the slant. Kincaid, as we know, can play on the X or the Z and catch a fade. So these these tight ends are really targeted on the goal line. You get great prices on them for first touchdown scores. So I'm usually a sucker as well. I'm probably not going to take them since I'm on Conklin, which is a little lottery of my own. But I absolutely love it. Can't go against Dawson Knox there. One bet that I was actually writing up while you were talking, I believe a little bit of the baseball. I'm actually kind of in love with Brees Hall receiving yards tonight. I'm quickly looking at Buffalo's what they have allowed receiving to running backs this year. I'll just go through game by game. Against the Texans, they allowed, I don't know the Texans running back's name, the one that starts with an OGUN something. No idea his name, but he had 6 receptions for 57 yards. Justice Hill for the Ravens had 6 catches for 78 yards. ETN for the Jags had 4 catches for 17 yards. A-Chain for the Dolphins had 7 catches for 69 yards. And James Conner, who I don't think has ever caught a pass in his career, had 3 catches for 33 yards. So each game they've allowed at least 3 catches to a back. Again, James Conner is not a pass catching back normally. Even though ETN did have 17 yards, he still had 4 catches. Brees's game log this year, he's kind of fallen off a cliff a little bit the last 2 games. 3 catches for 14 yards against the Vikings, 2 catches for 14 yards against the Broncos. But his first 3 games of the year, he had 5 catches for 39 against San Fran, 7 and 52 against Tennessee, and 4 and 29 against the Pats. Boom. I'm seeing his line right here. It looks like he can get a 25 plus on ESPN bet at minus 130. I really think Rodgers keeps it simple tonight, and I really think he just gets Brees the rock any way possible. He's struggling right now, and the Jets are struggling. They need to get Brees going. I like Brees to score. I forgot him. He is one of my touchdown props. He is probably the most obvious prop out there. But I really think the Jets get back to the roots, which is Brees Hall. I mean, him and Garrett Wilson are the guys. So I think Brees is going to get all involved in the run game. I don't hate his yards. I did see it's one of the most bet yards out there, as well as his receiving yards, one of the most bet props. But I love Brees Hall prop, especially the receiving. Looks like Buffalo really struggles against running backs, receiving running backs, and I think Brees gets back involved today. So I might make that a 2-unit play. Have not bet that. I have bet everything else, but kind of fallen in love with Brees receiving yards tonight.
Yeah, and I think the Jets are probably feeling like they need to get Brees going because he's been completely MIA for the season. Wasn't he the universal pick number 1 in fantasy, or
I think
McCaffrey and then Brees?
McCaffrey still was, yeah, but he was number
Yeah,
2. Yep.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I just feel like at this point in the year, teams are starting to get to that point where they're like, okay, we should probably get these guys going. We haven't so far. It's not been working out. Um, so yeah, I think it's gonna be public, but yeah, I do think Brees has a bit of a good night here.
Yeah. And again, I do like to do some little same game parlays out there. You can get Brees for like 25 plus. You can get Garrett Wilson for 5 catches. I think those are pretty free there. Yeah, I have Brees 25, Garrett for 5, Brees to score, Josh to score, and then Josh 40 rushing. That is 20 to pay 400. Again, don't recommend putting a lot on that, but again, I do think Josh is going to take over tonight just with the injuries on his team. Think he's going to be playing from behind probably, and trying to do everything he can with his legs. So I like his rushing yards and him to score, and then just going to the basics for the Jets with Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson there. So yeah, I'm afraid we could see a little bit of a snooze fest tonight. I know we have on paper two pretty solid teams. It should be a pretty good game, but I could see it being a little bit of a stinker tonight. I hope it's not, but I would not be surprised if it's a low scoring game, kind of like last night's Sunday night football game, Bengals and Giants. That game was miserable.
Yeah, yeah, that game. Yeah, Bengals suck.
They do. They're not
Giants were the
good.
right side, absolutely. Giants probably should have won that game.
There's a lot of teams out there that I just don't know why they're bad, and they just are. They're just
Yeah,
there's a lot out there. We talked. I think there's pretty much two, and I would give them two. I know the Chiefs had a bye this week. I think, unless I just totally forgot about them. There's like two teams, and it's probably really biased, but there's two teams out there that are, I think, by far the best teams in the league, and that is the Lions and the Ravens. Who else you have? The Chiefs.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ravens, Chiefs.
And then if San Fran's always on the edge there, I know they've dropped a couple, but they can be a scary team at times. But I don't trust them a whole. Their defense isn't great right now,
Yeah,
but they have a phenomenal roster. But I mean, besides that, there's not really anything that just really scares me. You know,
yeah,
Texans I think are overrated. Um, Vikings. I mean, I think the Vikings just win. I think they do scare me, but I don't know how good they are. They just win.
yeah.
The Lions
When I
have
think
them
about
this
the
week, right?
Vikings, yeah. When I think about the Vikings at this point, it's like they're probably gonna win games. They're probably gonna have a good record, but like, do I really fear them in the playoffs? Like, not really.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna go win the Super Bowl. They're not gonna go to the Super Bowl. They'll
Yeah.
get to the playoffs probably at this point, but not
I'm kind
worried
of
about them.
I know you've said this team before. I'm kind of scared of the Commanders still.
Yeah,
They're a little
their
scary.
defense is so bad that
It's very
they're
bad.
they're gonna get bounced.
Tell
Like
you what,
the second they figure out Jane Daniels a little bit.
yeah. I'm not scared at all of the Eagles. I'll tell you that.
No,
That team
I'm
is a
actively
joke.
looking, actively figuring out how to hedge out of my 5-unit Eagles division champs future because they're miserable.
They are
They do have a very easy schedule left though, and I'm not high on the Cowboys at all, which
yeah.
should be the big. I think it's gonna be the Commanders pushing for that division, but
Yeah. Um Same thing with
Oh,
the really bad defense. The Bucks have a very scary offense, but their defense with all the injuries is terrible. Terrible
yeah,
defense.
yeah,
We saw Spencer Rattler throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns against them. So, um,
yeah,
yeah, it's a weird league this year. I feel like I think it's really bottom heavy. Like there's just a bunch of crap teams, and some of those teams
yeah.
are going to make the playoffs, and I have no idea how, but they're going to. But
I have to say, easiest bet I've ever made in my entire life, and I wish I would have put more than a unit on it, but I already had 3 on the original. But Saints under 10.5 wins after week 2 was free.
yeah,
I mean, how the hell did that get so high?
because they had like 100 points in 2 weeks, and people freaked
That
out.
ridiculous. They beat Carolina and Dallas in a really bad game for Dallas, which Dallas isn't even that good.
I'll tell you right now, switching sports a little. Oh shit, is James Cook out?
Is he?
I don't know. My friend just texted me. That's not good because he's on my fucking fantasy team.
Same. But at this point, I'm gonna lose anyway, so I guess I'm just gonna eat it.
Is he? How do you know if he's out? I need to make a claim. Who do I pick up? Davis or who's the other running back?
Ty Johnson.
I think I got to pick up Johnson. Wow, he's out.
Oh, well, I better get in my Foxy Noxy bet before that switches.
Dude, how do I pick up fucking sleeper? I put him out so I can put him on my IR.
All right, Knox first touchdown plus 37.50. All
I
right.
love Josh Allen to score now.
Yeah, no kidding. Where do I have?
Dude, okay. Figure it out, sleeper.
As of right now, I don't see that he's out. Do you?
It's he's it's on Twitter and on sleep. ESPN just tweeted it, but my sleeper's not updating.
Well, I'm done with fantasy, so I'm just gonna eat it. Maybe I'll throw in Tyreek Hill for his bye in the flex spot.
Yeah, I need to. Sorry, I need to. You have anything to add before we go? I guess we could stay on. It doesn't really matter. I'm stressing right now. I'm in 2 close games and
Um,
do I? Oh, fuck. How do I
yeah,
can't even
well,
drop anyone?
I know that's my issue too. I hate fantasy. I'm over it. I'm 1-4 again this week. Luckily, the one win I had was the league I care the most about, so we'll take that. But I lost to a guy starting Mason Crosby in his kicker spot. He beat me by, well, now I don't have James Cook, so he is going to beat me by 42 points. I don't think Ty Johnson or Ray Davis are going to get 42 points, so I will just eat my L.
I don't. Can I even pick up a guy? Ty Johnson add. Too many players. Great. Well, I'm not dropping either of those, so I'm just fucked. Fuck you. this this is great. This is really fun.
Yeah, the only person I could drop is Jets defense,
So who do you
which
think I had, Ty or Ray Davis?
I would probably add Ty just for passing. Well, I have no idea to be honest. Let's see.
I just added him.
Ray Davis last week had 7 carries for 11 yards. Let's see what Ty did. Um, 3 or no, 1 for 3, but he had a touchdown. Yeah, I have no idea.
I swear to God, whatever one I pick is going to be wrong. Is it going to be Davis, dude?
How close are you?
Um, I need. Oh, I'm fucked. I need. I need 19 points. He's done. I have one spot. James Cook was gonna give me a shot at 19.
Yeah.
You know what? Ray Davis isn't going to give me 19. The only person I would is going to be Ty on going crazy. So
Yep. Yep. I like it. I know that neither of them are going to get me close to 42 and some change. So, do I have him in any? Do I have him in our Better and Green League? I feel like I might. But I'm done with that league too. So, let's see. Oh yeah, there he is.
that's God, why do they wait for an hour before kickoff, man?
Oh, and of course in this league, none of those guys are going to be available.
All right, Ty. I mean, what does that want me to do? Drop? Am I supposed to drop James Cook?
Right. Ray Davis not available, and Ty Johnson not available.
I think I might have Ty. I'm not sure.
That's all right. Every guy I play has the most points in the league, so
That's how I'm doing it right now.
in our league, I would need what is that, 68 points from one of the two?
Oh my god, I won by I won by 0.85 points or 0.88 points.
Really?
Did not even know that. I'm like up I'm up against a guy who started Minshew and he had O'Connell on his bench.
Ah,
So that's bold.
yeah. My team in that league sucks, but I will say I do have by far the most points against.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that, I guess.
No. 774. Next closest is 743, but then I just also had the most against me this week, so it's gonna go up.
Let's see if Joshy Allen touchdown has increased at all.
It was 155 on DraftKings when I looked.
It's 135 now on FanDuel.
Still 155 DraftKings. Ray Davis plus 185, Ty Johnson 240. Now I'm tempted
For Ray?
for Ty.
God, do I go back to Ray? No. I mean, I'm gonna lose. There's no way. The only way I win is Ty gets an 80-yard catch and a touchdown.
Ooh, Ty 265 now.
Plummeting over there.
Ray might be the play. Let me see what still says Ty is projected 2.81. Nah, Ray's projected 2.7, so
God, the life of fantasy, man. Why do we do it?
I don't know.
Trying to find the most bet props. I believe you. I think it was Brees. Yeah. Okay. 99% it's on his rushing and receiving. Great. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it anymore. I have enough units at play. Why I just call it quits, man. I can't.
That's why we do it.
All right. Well, do you have anything to add before we got that baseball game starting in 30 minutes here? Quickly, I am on the Jets. I am on Brees Hall to score. I am on Josh Allen to score, and Conklin to score and first touchdown. Those are I have way too many, but those are going to be my my four. I'll tweet them out as soon as I get off here as well. I am on the Yankees and the under tonight in that baseball game, and then no NHL for me at the moment. Might get involved, but nothing yet. Check. Oh, I guess they're starting pretty soon, so nothing yet. But I'll be on Twitter for those. Do you have anything, or do you want to give out yours, and then we can close it out
Ye-
here?
Yep. If you play anything I say tonight, probably do baseball because I'm 7-2, so I'll probably go the Nerfy in that baseball game. Hockey 2-6. I probably don't play it, but I will be looking to play the under in Islanders Avalanche. That's a 9 Eastern start, so got a little bit of time. Um, and then I just sprinkle Dawson Knox first touchdown because he's my boy, and I don't want to be sick if he gets it, and I don't bet him. So that's all I have for that game. Yeah, not sure if I'll get involved. Probably my favorite prop or favorite bet in general would be Keon Coleman 40 plus receiving yards, but I don't think I'm going to bet it.
I totally forgot to bring up a couple of the college football that I really like. I am heavily on Nebraska this week. I would lock in that line at +7 if you can find it. They are at Illinois or at Indiana. I can't stand Indiana. Really high on Northwestern this week. They are playing Wisconsin. I got Northwestern at the +7. I think they might be going to the +6.5 as we speak. And then I am on Auburn at the +5.5. They are. No, I'm not. What's my third one? I'm on Arkansas. Sorry, Arkansas at the +3 against LSU. Those are my three that I've locked in pretty quickly here. I think those lines may move. I do like Auburn as well as Purdue. I know we talked about Purdue out there too, but I'll have some more college football. I just like jumping ahead of those lines, especially in all of those games besides the Indiana game because I'm fading Indiana because they're ass. All those games are either look ahead spots or emotional hangover spots for the other team. So really like those games, but we'll have more college football as we approach Saturday. But there is midweek football, as you guys are well aware. So we will have some bets out there tomorrow. But yeah, do you have any college football that you've looked at yet? I know I just kind of caught you off guard there.
Yeah, no, I have not looked at any college football yet. I mean, I guess if I'll give out anything, I've looked ahead at NFL. It's as disgusting as it gets, but Miami +3.5 next week against the Colts, I think is a great play. It's disgusting because that team's been in the off-season mode for the last 3-4 weeks, but I think post bye the line's fishy as all get out. Opened 4, it's already down to 3.5. Indy has a revenge game against Houston on deck off that late win against Tennessee. I think it's a horrible spot. Miami off the bye, like I said, focus. They know they're getting Tua back, not this week but next. Yeah, love Miami plus the points, and
Yeah,
Indy's defense blows. So
they do. And Flacco sucked last week.
and
Actually,
I
it
think
wasn't
Ridgers
bad,
will be
but
back.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. But again, we'll have all those out as we approach. We will have our weekly NFL show, our weekly college football show. So make sure you do tune in over there. Make sure you do like, subscribe, share as well. We appreciate you guys. Good luck tonight. And as the week continues, we will see you guys back on here on Friday with our college football show and NFL. NFL on Thursday, sorry. But we appreciate you guys. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you later this week. Peace, guys.